Hi YouTube, welcome back to Outsiders. My name's Sean Connors, and tonight we're going to be looking at a little bit more in depth on Warhammer 3rd Edition. We've talked already in our first video about what we're going to be looking at over these next set of videos to a degree, and tonight I'm going to start with the first look really at the engine of this machine and see what you guys make of it and see what you think. I would welcome all your feedback in your comments, and for anybody that's out there actually playing this game and wants to drop a video response if they've got the time, that would be absolutely fantastic, because we obviously would really welcome any sort of real positive feedback that you guys do bring. The first part I want to look at is going to be what's called the party sheet, and what the party sheet does and what makes it different than other RPGs. And it's one of the first decisions the group is going to have to make once the characters are actually designed. And the party sheet defines their sort of general outlook. And I'm going to quickly go through the party sheets that exist at the moment without giving too much detail on them, just skim them. You've got Defiant Scoundrels, Gang of Thugs, Diplomatic Entourage, Oathbound, Intrepid Explorers, Glory Hounds, Swords for Hire, Servants of Justice, and Brash Young Fools. Each one of those party sheets gives a general demeanour for the group. So we take an obvious one, Swords for Hire. It's pretty self-explanatory. Generally the group has decided that they're going to be Swords for Hire mercenaries, really. If I turn a character sheet up to the camera, hopefully you can see it here, you're going to see several factors about the character sheet. The first thing is that running along the top of the character sheet here, the party sheet, there is a series of different coloured tracker. Now this tracker is designed, and it's one of the most important factors of this sheet. This sheet would sit in the middle of the table. It's something everybody would see. The tracker is a tool for the DM or DM to actually, if things happen within the group, perhaps people are arguing, perhaps they split up, you can move the tracker along. And so without having to actually say anything, it's psychological, because what it does is it gets your group to realise that as this tracker is moving along, it's going to do something. Ultimately, as it hits these blue zones that are marked on there, it does something very important. Now, in the case of Swords for Hire, it says that all party members suffer one stress, and the GM may add one recharge token to an action card of each party member. So that's pretty huge, because that could come at any time in the game and be massive. And as you understand the mechanics as we go through them, you'll see how important that is. The other thing about this sheet as well is that it has a fortune pool here. Now, as the players do really good things or interesting things that the GM likes, he can put a fortune point in here. Once that fortune points equal the number of players, each player that empties and each player gets one of those fortune points, which is a great mechanic for encouraging good play. And finally, at the very bottom here, in terms of the obvious things about this card, you'll notice that there are little slots. In this case, there are 2 tactics and 1 for reputation. Now, any of the players can attach to these special cards that allow the whole group to perform that special manoeuvre, or at least one person at a time to perform that special manoeuvre. And I really like that mechanic because it sets up some very, very interesting tactical play. And the other thing about this card is right at the very bottom, the final piece of information is what this card actually gives the whole group. And I'll just read it to you. In this particular case, it says pressing on. Once per session, a party member may exhaust any number of talents socketed to this party sheet. So that's those things running along the bottom. And then each party member recovers fatigue equal to the number of talents exhausted. So effectively, if we read that really carefully, each party member exhaust any number of talents socketed to the party sheet. So technically, it could be 3 here. So it's a quick way to completely replenish the group and then allow them to press on. It's a very powerful ability that somebody can perform for the whole group's benefit. So you can see the party sheet has a huge dynamic to the overall game. One of my favourite parts of this game, and one of the most interesting factors, and certainly one of the things I love about the mechanics of this game, as I've said in a forum recently, I wonder if this game could be almost in my view, the holy grail of RPGs. I think a lot of people misinterpreted that. But what I really meant by it was that it really does a lot of it intuitively different and new things. Now, some of them have been tried out in different games, but I don't think any game does it as well as this. So the party sheet, it's effectively, as a quick recap, it's a way for the DM to help push along the players. It has an area where you can reward the players for the things they do in the game. Fun things, really good things, etc. Good role playing. And it allows the party to come up with tactics so that everybody can gain some benefit from the design of the group. Anyway, I've been Sean Connors. This has been Warhammer, really looking at the engine tonight, section, party sheet. This has been an Outsiders programme. Hope you've enjoyed it. Till the next time, take care of yourselves and each other. See you again. Happy gaming.